Mm. So, for further discussion, we were talking about previously about my book, The Art of War and Peace, and we come to the picture that we have here. This is Yama. This is the god of death, and what he has in his hand is all the 6 realms of existence, 6 realms in which everybody exists, are all ordinary beings. And of course, you have the Buddhists on the outside, which shows, that they're liberated from that. But I chose this. I thought that this was a very good picture, because it kind of describes the essence of the art of war and peace, and the essence of the war, or the foundation, or the thought behind the art of war and peace, as opposed to just the art of war, is the idea that as it is in war, so it is in peace. And this means that what is necessary during times of conflict for us to be able to achieve success is the same method that we need to apply when we're trying to achieve peace, right? It's very much built upon the notion of the law of cause and effect. So the idea of, when starting off any particular thing or anything that we do, is to have the vision or the understanding of what are we trying to do, right? What are we trying to do with our actions, or what are we trying to do from the actions that we're actually taking? There are many other description of what, like the 12 interdependent links or whatnot, that if you're interested, that you can go on, but that's not the scope of this particular book, is to go into each and every aspect of what this might symbolize. But basically the point that I'm trying to put out is that as it is in war, meaning that the causes and conditions that bring about success in war also the causes and conditions that would bring about peace. So this also becomes a thought in conflict resolution, because if you understand what brings about conflict, then you can also understand, or you can see or search for the antidotes that are necessary to bring about, peace. So the comprehension of the art of war and peace is on the belief that conflict is inevitable. This is a different way of looking at how things are happening. Everybody thinks that it's something that just happens, or that the reasons or the causes for happiness are not something that can be outside our own personal actions. But the reality is that it's determined on when problems arise, which are inevitable, right? Because remember, like I said before, we live in here, this little area here. We abide within the 6 realms. So because of this factor of what our conditions are within the 6 realms, then this arises in relationship to how we project our own personal projections. If we have a compassionate mind, and our projection of the world is from the point of view of our own, regardless of what the world might be doing. If our projection is that of a compassionate understanding of the world that's around us, then what happens is that we, in our own way, change the essence of the world, because it's no more than, how we understand things is no more than a projection, our personal projection, or our personal want of how we want, or what we believe that's going to bring about, success. And the idea of being successful or not successful depends on on the causes and conditions that we create. In Buddhism, you know, if the causes are virtue, then what happens as a result will be happiness. If the causes are non-virtuous, then what happens is that the results will be that of suffering. So in choosing in our mind and understanding the basic nature, that's the peace. The art of peace is more of a Buddhist understanding of what we have to do with the conditions in which we ourselves are in. And it depends upon us. It depends upon our own actions. So the idea of success also comes within the realm of the responsibilities that we take in order to achieve what we want to achieve. So in here it says the comprehension of the art of war and peace is on the belief that conflict is inevitable. It's true. When you get up in the morning, you should understand, not thinking about that everything is going to go your way, but it never does. Understand that the conflict is there, but at that particular time, what do we do? You know, what do we do in order to lessen the results of things that are not desirable? So this book in itself is the idea or the basis or the direction of how do we actually contemplate? How are we going to contemplate the conditions that we have now in order to make it that whatever we do in the future will be successful? Now I'm going to leave this little portion. We're going to expand as we go on. But I remember I was watching the other day was a film on Bruce Lee. And Bruce Lee was saying, he was talking about his method of fight, martial arts. And he was saying that he came up with a philosophy that you become, you know, be like water. Water becomes the object in which it occupies. And we have a little bit of, you know, what do you call it, disagreement there. What he should be saying, according to the art and war and peace, is that the water is the capability to be able to adapt to the conditions and situations that might appear. It's not you becoming the situation. It's you being able to adapt, just as when water hits a boulder and it finds that it has to find another path in which for it to go in order for it to be able to continue toward the goal that it wants to have. So this is what a little bit difference in terms of, this is mental martial arts that we're talking about. You know, this is internally how we should be thinking in terms of gaining success, because success is not something that's external to us. Success is something that is internal to us. As we said in the last line, as it is in war, so it is in peace. Thank you very much. I'll be posting more. Please remember that that you should like us, you know, and if you have any other people that might be interested in what we're talking about, have them, you know, direct them to us. We need people to see or to understand, you know, our method of meditation, our method of contemplation. So please like us. Now, please subscribe to what we're doing, and we'll have more of these videos for you. Thank you very much.